channel. If you're new here, my name is Louise. I'm proud mum to 2 adult children, Blossom who doesn't live with us, Corey that does, and I've got 2 dogs, Chip and Dale, who are, I don't know if you can hear that, they start eating and drinking and running around stuff when I do this haul because they don't like the fact that my attention is on you lot and not them, so I'm sure you'll hear some random noises throughout. My channel is a haul every Saturday at 5 o'clock, and I do random bits in between. No set schedule, sometimes you get something, sometimes you don't, sometimes you might get 2 items. It just depends on how the week goes and just how life is, I guess. If you enjoy that sort of thing and you enjoy today's haul, don't forget to give me a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and click the notification bell as well, because the random ones, like I said, there's no schedule for, so you will be notified when they pop up. Yeah, and don't forget to give me a comment down below. I am struggling to keep up with comments. I do get there in the end though, but I do love reading them. Any suggestions or ideas for anybody else as well, we do interact down in the comments section. We're a very supportive group here. I'm very lucky with my subscribers and my viewers, and I really do appreciate all of you. So this week's haul, right, so first of all, if you are new here, I will keep saying that because I do have a habit of keep saying that, because I'm going to repeat myself from week to week for new viewers, obviously. So my budget is £60 a week. It hasn't changed. I know with price hikes, people's money have changed. I haven't had to change my, probably because mine was set at a level where I don't often reach it. So we're pretty good. This week I spent, sorry I keep saying we have it, this week I spent £44, but closer to £44 on everything. I did my shop mainly in Asda. I did have to pop to another shop. I had to pop into Wilkinson's, but I'll explain that at the end when we get to that bit right there. Yeah, so Easter weekend, there's usually a deal on veggies like there is at Christmas, so we did stock up on veggies. I've got ideas for them, so I may have to pop to the shop. You might get another mini haul later in the week, possibly. It depends on how today goes, because I'm going to do a whole load of prep today and then I'll know whether I need to pop back, but if I do, I will definitely put that up next week for you. That's it. Everything was fine. I usually give a quick update if anything's lacking, but the store seemed pretty stocked with everything. Easter eggs not. Alright, it was 2 days before Easter, but I still thought that there would be something, you know, those just couple of shelves with the just random bits and bobs, so that there was nothing there. So I now know if with Easter be well prepared, but my family's older now and we don't really care that much, so we, you know, can have a good meal and that's good for us. So let me get on with the haul. Our veggie section is different this week. No salad stuff because didn't really need it. Still got a few bits in the fridge, and I feel like this is the sort of thing I'm going to be eating this week. So I'm not going to buy anything if I'm not sure I'm going to eat it. So all of the veggies were 20p each. These actually isn't that great. The broccoli wasn't that great. It's got a little bit there, but the broccoli went up because I picked this up yesterday. As like again for newbies, I have fibro, so I do struggle doing too much in one day. So shopping and hauling is a bit much for me. So I actually did buy all this yesterday. But when I looked at the broccoli, most of it was like that already. But this is going to be eaten over the next day or two, so hopefully it'll just hold out. But 20p for that is really good, because I think this is now between 45 and 50p for a broccoli head normally. So still got a bargain going on there. I've got 2 packets of these, again 20, I know I've just said it, but I'll keep repeating as we go along. 20p a packet. These are normally, oh, I think they're like 50p, between 50 and 70p. I'm struggling with remembering things at the moment, so I'm just going to go with what I do remember. But these are down to 20p, and I'm definitely going to do a roast dinner Sunday, and I love roast onions, so good, and they do cook down. But also, tip just in case, like leftovers and stuff, you know, because we've got to be budget conscious and stuff now. Roasted onions, if you do it for your roast dinner and you have them left over for the next few days, whatever, they go really good in your sandwiches. With whatever you're having in your sandwiches, roasted onion really puts a nice unusual spin, because it's not one of the things that you would have floating around, is it, that often for your sandwiches? But roasted onions goes down very well. That's the reason I picked up 2 packets. Also, onions last a long time anyway, so now I'm thinking maybe I should have got more. But yeah. Parsnips, that's like, you have to have that in your roast dinner if you have a proper roast dinner anyway. Corey loves parsnips. Now there's only 3 in each packet, but one of them's really, really big. I also do cook my dogs food from scratch. They do have a little bit of meat in between because I do crock pot things, so there's always like an in between day or two where I'm cleaning up from the last lot and getting ready for the next batch. They've never tried parsnips as far as I know. Have googled it and everything, because I do that with everything that I'm introducing that's new to them, and they're absolutely fine. Root veggies apparently are good anyway. So this is going to go for the dogs and for me and Corey. Now, we don't eat much of it, but like I said, I'm thinking maybe I might need to get more, because my ideas for this week is we're going to have the roast dinner. This is going to go in the slow cooker, crock pot, whatever you want to call it, for the dog's meal, which usually it's about 4 to 5 days worth that I do in that. But I'm also thinking, because I do have 2 slow cookers, I have a large one which originally was for meat eaters, and my small one which was for me because I was a veggie at the time. I'm now not a veggie, but I still prefer a lot of veggies, so I'm thinking of doing like a big veggie stew and just eating off that during the week. So that will be for that. Carrots, again, for the same things. The dogs love carrots, and I'll put a load of that in my slow cooker. Now, I have a load of frozen carrots. They're, I think, £1.10, I believe. For the frozen packet, it's 1.5 kilogram or something like that. But for 20p, I can get way more out of this. And I'm thinking of doing some roasted carrots, because I don't know if I've ever done that before. Yeah, but still, that works out way, way cheaper. You've got a kilogram for 20p, so cheaper than the frozen option right now, as long as you're going to get through them. Well, good. 91p for the potatoes, roast potatoes. Not sure if I'll put any in for the dogs because they're going to have the broccoli. I don't know. We'll see with that one. Chicken thighs. This is my regular. I get this every week. It's still £1.82 for 1.1 kilograms. I put this on top of whatever I cook in the slow cooker for the dogs. I put a pile of these on top. If it's a good... Some weeks they just... Like last week, there was like 3... thighs. It goes by weight, so it depends on the size of the thighs. But if they put smaller thighs, and you know, one week I had 8 thighs, I'll take a couple out and put them to the side, so that every few weeks I should hopefully get like a free bag, which I'm storing in the freezer for those times when, you know, these won't be available all the time. You always get times when things are not available. But I shove this on top of all the veggies, let it cook. Once it's done, I de-skin them and debone them, and they have a good chunk of meat. So it actually works out cheaper than buying dog food all week. So it's, you know, good for so many things. Good for your pocket, good for your money, your budget, and it's good for the dogs. And they thoroughly enjoy it. In fact, the couple of days when I give them the dog meat, the smaller one of my 2 Chip, because he's got an attitude anyway, he gives me such a dirty look before. I mean, he eats it, but he gives me such a dirty look because he's used to his good stuff now. No milk here. Normally there'd be a thing of milk. Now, Corey and I have been drinking 4 pints of the semi-skim milk, and I said that that's what we've been getting through. It turns out we didn't, and I've only opened the milk yesterday for coffee. So I was going to get a 2-pinter, but the 2-pinters are actually 95p, and the 4-pinters is £1.25. So you're paying, what, 30p for 2 pints? Or your original 95. So I just thought I'd wait it out until I need more, because then I'm making a saving, rather than buying a 2-pinter at that large price, if that makes sense. So that's why there's no milk there today. But our instant coffee, again, always there. Still 70p, which is really good. This is a very basic coffee, but it's really nice. It just goes down well. It's not bitter. It's just nice. I can't explain it any differently. Some people have tried this that never tried it before, and they were impressed. Obviously, you're going to get people that are not, but I don't know if I'm such a connoisseur. I have tried coffees in restaurants and things before, and I'm not massively impressed. So I don't know, everyone's different, aren't they? But that works really, really well for me, and I get through about a jar a week. Realised I have no soups. Didn't, you know, until you fancy, you don't know when you've run out of stuff. So I picked up a minestrone soup and a chicken noodle. Now, these have always been 45p. These are the Asda's own ones, and they are really, really good. I do try it regularly, different price range thingies, just so I know that I'm getting the best products for my money. I'm not going to go really mega cheap if it's crap. But these ones are really, really good. They've always been 45p for the longest time. Now they're 50p a can. we know this is going to happen. I got red kidney beans again. This is for the dogs. These are 30p a can. I did want to get dry ones, but I have found a couple of places where that I can find dry beans. Not things like the kidney beans. It's more like the lentils and stuff, which isn't really what I'm looking for. And I don't know if it's going to work out cheaper because of the price of those things. It might be cheaper just to go with the tin. But when you do give these to dogs, you've got to make sure you definitely give them a massive rinse out. You don't want any of the juices that are originally in it because it's very high in salt. So you want to give them a really, really good proper rinse out first. Now this was quite expensive. I'm sure this was £1.60. If you buy double cream regularly, that might be a good price. I don't know, because I don't buy it regularly. I actually need 500 mils for a dessert that I'm going to make this weekend, and I'm going to record it. I'm committing to that I'm going to record it. If I don't commit to you now, I won't do it. So I needed 500 mils, so I had to get the larger one. There's 600 in this, but I will find a use for the extra 100 mils, I'm sure. But that, yeah, so that's for a dessert. That wouldn't normally be something in my normal shop. Where are we? I don't want to miss anything. Okay, this is for the dessert as well. Oh, we've got some light going on there. 79p. This is the cheapest one I could get. And again, I needed 500 mils for it. So, 500 grams for it, should I say. So I had to get 3 of them. Now, the reason I've gone for the dessert is I've actually got a lot of leftover things that need using up. So they were the original inspiration behind the dessert. I didn't realise I was going to have to buy so many things to go with it as well. But that's for the dessert as well. And like I said, I do have a couple of days where there's like a crossover between slow cooker meals. So then always have this as my backup for the dogs to have. This is the original foods that they would have had before. When I was buying them, they were 50p. They're now 60p a packet. But we've got a turkey and chicken, the beef, and a chicken and lamb in that one. Now I picked up a pineapple juice this week because Corey has had a cold for a while. I mentioned a few weeks ago he had a cold and he felt he was getting better. So I think he overdid it and he obviously wasn't as good as he should have been, and he's pushed himself back into a proper deep cough and cold again. And I read somewhere recently that apparently pineapple juice is better than cough medicine because there's something in it that naturally does something in your body. I don't know. I read it, but I don't remember these things. But anyway, that bit stuck in my mind. So I picked up a pineapple juice. I hope he's going to drink it. I don't know. I don't even know if he likes pineapple juice. I'll make him. If I see him coughing, I'll force him to drink some. So this is £1 for that, which is quite expensive for juices. But if that works better than the cough medicine. I mean, cough medicine is more than £1, so it's still a good deal. 2 things of Dr. Pepper. Again, this is my staple, always on here. It's not for me, it's for Corey. It's his treat for the week. He does contribute to foods and stuff just before anybody has says anything. It's not me just treating him. He contributes to all the bills in the house. So this is £1.70 for 1 or 2 for £3. Loaf of bread, 58 or 65. I honestly can't remember which one because between the Asda one and the Tesco one of them's 58 and one's 65. Now, I do mention this on a regular. This is very, very good. It's, you know, basic loaf of bread. Does the job. I enjoy it. But the Tesco one, which is in the same packaging and everything, but clearly it says Tesco's instead, same colour and everything, it just tastes way, way better. It's got a better taste to the actual bread. So if you have the option of either one, I would go with the Tesco's one. 2 packets of the Shades Balm. £2 for the twin pack. Don't know how much it is for the single pack. They actually didn't have any, but I did go in the pound store the other day. I was looking for for the balm tissue. I was looking for in the pound store because they do the Kleenex or Kleenex. I can't remember which one it's called, which is the brand one. But I thought it might have been a better deal because it's £1 for a packet. But I actually did look at the measurements on the back. So there's more in these packets, just in case you wanted to know. There's more in these packets, and for £2 is good. This again is to go for the dessert. I do have a packet of them. I thought I'd had enough, but it says on the recipe, it says a specific amount. So I was standing in the shop actually like counting how many's in a packet because I knew I had a packet at home and it wasn't right. So I needed another packet of those, and they are 60p at the moment. And again, another thing that's gone up. They usually, I buy a lot of things only ever on a deal. So these go on a deal 50p on a regular. Now they're a 60p deal rather than a 50p deal. Now the WAG treats. I picked these ones up a few weeks ago. Dogs absolutely love these. These are very, very small ones now. So I have to give my dogs very small treats. One of them, his teeth, he's got a couple of missing teeth. So he struggles with larger items, but he can go with smaller items. This works good. And this is small. It is very small. And I even break that in half for both of them. Because the other dog is such a gannet at the moment. He's trying to eat everything you give him whole. So even the smallest things that I would have given him before and he would have just chewed, you know, like normal chew sticks or whatever, I can't, because he's literally eating it whole and having to do that whole nasty gagging it out and stuff. So I'm sticking to the smaller ones. Now, I bought these ones a while ago and I know they like this one. So this is the chicken and liver. I think it was last week or the week before I bought barbecue ones. Barbecue something. The fussy dog won't eat them, even though they're the same texture and everything. It must be the taste or the smell, whatever. He won't eat them at all, but the gannet obviously eats them. So just so you know, like, so far this one's a winner with even a fussy dog. If you're going to try the Wag for the first time, they're £1 a packet at the moment, which is really good. Also did try the Wag dog biscuits that you put in the bowl, and they went down well for both of them. But there are an awful lot of different ones. I was getting low on this one, so I might try a different flavour next week, because this will last a few weeks. So I don't give them treats that often. I got the caramel biscuits this week, 65p. This is the equivalent of a Twix, and it is really, really nice. Always said I would get this above a Twix. So yeah, really good. Corey wanted to ask me for a few chicken items now, and as they don't have a massive amount of chicken items or products that I would buy, because I do look at everything on the cost first. This is a very, very good deal. This is a 1.275 kilogram for the chicken dippers, and it's £3.75. That's like that's for the amount of weight. That's a really good deal. You do need to be careful if you're going in. Don't just grab the first packet that's like this, because there's a couple of packets that are the black, you know, and it's got the picture on it, and the red, so it's very similar. But the weights are completely different. I think the other one's like 600 or 700 grams for £3. So that's really, really not so good at all. So if you're going to go in there for getting your value for money, this is a really, really good one. Like I said, he did ask for something different. This was just floating around. It's £1.90 for it, you know, not such a good deal. 530 grams. You know, he just wanted something different. And no, we've had these ones before. These are the pigs in blankets flavoured battered chicken nuggets, and he enjoyed those last time. So it was just like a treat thing. We're not actually that low on freezer food, so I didn't really need most of this, but I just want to keep stocked up whilst we, you know, when you're not spending so much, it's not a bad thing to keep stocked up. I went with these this week. We have been getting the McCoy's 3 packs for now £3.75. There's 6 in a packet, so you're getting what, 18 packets for £3.75. This is 28 packets for, my mind's gone blank, bear with me, I'm going to get my receipt. Okay, 28 packets for £2.85, so better deal. Salt and vinegar are really good. Cheese and onion, which is normally Corey's favourite, he's not such a fan of in these, but I think they're fine. It's nice to have prawn cocktail in packets sometimes, because you don't get prawn cocktail in the variety pack so much, so that's a bonus for Asda. And then it's just got ready salted, so you've got 7 of each packet in those. I got Corey a pizza this week. He likes the thin crust, which is annoying because thin crust is more expensive than thick crust. I have no idea what that's about. It makes no sense to me. Anybody understands that? Let me know, because I'm just curious. I could have got this double pepperoni in a thick crust for 90p, but because I've gone thin crust, it is £1.30. The ready meals, these have been 85p for the longest time. They're now 90p a packet for the ready meals. And I'm saying this about my local Asda because I'm aware that different Asdas come up different prices. I guess it depends where in the UK they are. But this is the cheese and tomato pasta bake. Corey enjoys that one. This one was on a deal again. I only ever buy the Bisto one when it's on the reduced price. So this was down to £1. I know it's a little bit more, but it's slightly different. It's a cottage pie, and it's slightly better ingredients. You can tell the difference. So I just picked that one up, so he has something a little bit different. I got hash browns this week. I was thinking maybe a fried breakfast or something. I'd say fried breakfast, and I only have one item on it that's actually fried. Everything else is grilled or active fried, but you know what I mean. And I asked Corey to check the hash browns, and I had one random hash brown. I don't know how that happens, but I did. These are £1 for a packet, so that's a good big staple to have in the freezer anyway. Now Corey's already cracked into this. Like I said, I shopped the day before, but I leave the things that, you know, cupboard stuff in my, I have a 4-wheel trolley that I take, like, you know, just one of them, apparently old people have it, but I'm not that old. I'm only saying that because the girls at work take the mickey out of me for it. But I did buy this one for Corey for his Easter egg. Now, like I said, Easter eggs, there wasn't any. But I know he would prefer a bottle of fizzy anyway, and Coke is like his ultimate. Because it's more expensive, it's not something we'd buy that often. £2.20 for that. That's the reason I wouldn't buy that often. And I got him just some of these. Now, they say they're new, but I feel like I've got these twisted buttons before. So it's basically just a white chocolate and a milk chocolate in that. Yeah, so like I said, he prefers the fizzy anyway. So if I didn't get the chocolate, he would be fine with that. Now, I had to get a large mug. This is, excuse me, this is like, you know, the big mug. The weirdest thing. He broke one of his cups. Well, he didn't break it. You started leaking from the bottom. I've never known any mug to leak from the bottom. So I got one of the, like, this type mug from Asda a while ago. It was black one with the boss on it or something, I think. And it started to do the same thing. I've never known mugs to do it before, and he's had 2 mugs do it. I don't know what he does. But I picked this one up for, this is like totally Corey. I just said it needs to have work in there. Eat, sleep, game, repeat. So you pretty much, that's Corey's life. If you put work in there as well, that'd be perfect. And I did like the fact that when you finish drinking it says game over in there. I thought that was quite quirky. It is a little bit more expensive because, like I said, it is a larger mug, so it was £2.50 for that. But it's one of the things, he uses these things like 2-3 times a day, so it's going to get good use out of it. So that was my Asda. And I did need washing liquid because, oh, ignore the mess. it's not tidy day. Now I needed washing liquid. I'm down to literally 1, and I've been holding it out because I've been looking for, in pound store they had some that were £2, and I think it was Astonish for £2, and then they had their own pound job one, so I was going to try those. And I've been holding out till like I have 1 wash left, so I couldn't hold out anymore. Now I did look when I was in Asda. So Asda, okay, you ready for this? Asda one is either 60 or 62 washes for £5, which I knew wasn't good because somebody had already put about the Wilkinson's ones on Facebook, and I had it in my head. So I thought, okay, I never normally do this. I went to another shop after the Asda one because the Asda one at that point my trolley's full. But because it didn't work yesterday because it's Easter, I had a little bit more energy. So I went up to Tesco's first because it's right across from my Wilco's. And their Tesco one, they have one that is either 60 or 62. I know one was 60 and one was 62, but I can't remember which one. For £3.85, which is really good. Don't know what it's like. I've never tried it. I've never tried these either. That's the reason I have 2. So 28 washes for £2 is good. This is the gel ones. This is fuchsia and I don't know how to say that word. A-C-A-I. Have no idea. Berry. And this is the gel, and it's 28 washes in that for £2. Or you can get 3 of these for £5, which is really, really good. Apparently they do the 3 for £5 on a regular basis. This is according to people in my Facebook group. So that is really, really good. Now they've got this one, which is just the laundry liquid rather than the gel. This is also 28 washes, and this one's £1.50. Now the reason I picked up both is because I've not tried them before. So I'm going to compare them both. As soon as I know the answers, I give you my opinion on it, because clearly it's all everybody's own perspectives, isn't it? But that's a really, really good deal on its own. But if this one works just as well, that's way, way better deal. And they have like 4 varieties in this, you know, like your bio, your non-bio, your colour one as well. Same with that, they have a number of them in that. I just went for something a little bit different. I went with the smells on it. So that costs £3.50 for 56 washes, which isn't terrible. But once I figure out which one works better, if they work, I mean, they might both be rubbish. It's one of those things, you've got to try it to know. I will let you know about that one. So that was very long, but I wanted to explain all of it properly, because my shop is not just showing you what I bought, but it's also trying to keep everybody involved so they can make better decisions about their money. So I hope you enjoyed today's haul, and the washing up liquid bit all made sense to you. Like I said, you know, I want to try and help people out, because, you know, times are tough. And sometimes you just don't know. I didn't know about the Wilko's thing until I was on one of my groups on the Facebook pages. So you just got to be in the right place at the right times to get the right information. So I've given you as much information as I can about all the different shops, and like I said, it is my local shops, because I do know different areas in England or Wales or wherever, like, they do come up at different prices. So I can only give you the information that I have personally. If that makes any sense. Hope you have a lovely Easter, and the weather hopefully will stay okay. It's not that cold out there. It's looking a bit dull, but it's not massively cold, which is nice. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.